This is Mike Yastrzemski, and I'm back on base.
Welcome back to another episode of the Gym on Base Show. We're here at Oracle Park with Mike Yastrzemski. And Mike, it's good to see you again. Thanks for coming on.
Thanks for having me.
We both have mustaches on, and it's the month of May. And I got to say, I really like that you got the soul patch going. I think we have good taste.
I would agree. Yeah, I think everybody's got their own flavor, and you got to just throw a little style on there, you know?
It's a good 1-2 punch, you know?
Yeah, exactly.
And I think you have the soul patch off and on throughout the season, right?
I usually do it strictly for now. If I get lazy, don't shave. If Paige is away for, if she's home for 2 weeks, then, all bets are off. But other than that, it's pretty clean shaven.
And this all started a few years ago in AAA, right? And then kind of morphed into what we know now as Mustache May.
Yeah, yeah. Just kind of, I was struggling, was needing something to change a little bit, and just decided to grow a mustache, make myself laugh every now and then got to AAA here. And I played well in May in Norfolk when I did that, so I told guys there's hits in the mustache, there's strikeouts in the mustache. Slater hopped on board right away. We had some other guys hop on, and I think just about everybody that grew a mustache ended up getting called up.
So I got to say, you're kind of getting hot now. You had a good web jam the other day. You hit a home run. So are you superstitious about shaving it off, or?
I'm not. I'm actually the opposite. Like, I think I need to shave it off when it comes, because the mustache only has so much to give and gives so much effort throughout the month of May that you got to give it a break for the rest of the year and kind of let it chill out.
That's some good stuff right there. Yeah? Well, I do got to ask, we talked about Quinley last time, so how does she approve of it? Does she recognize you? What's going on with that?
She does, yeah. She does recognize me. We'll see when I shave it off if she still recognizes me, but I think it's more of a voice recognition, and she just knows who I am at this point. So.
Well, last time I think too, Paige was setting up a play kitchen for her. So, is there a delegated play area at the San Francisco address, or?
There is. There's a delegated play area. She's got a little kitchen set up. She's got a nice, comfy mat where if she takes a tumble, she's all good. So we've got a good setup for her.
I got to ask now, if you have a beard, a couple guys like Brebbia, Gabe Kapler, I don't think that counts. You got to be fully committed to the mustache.
I agree. Cap proposed a question the other day, and he said, if you're wearing a jacket and a t-shirt, are you still wearing the jacket? And Cross said, well, are they the same thing or are they different things? And he said, no, like they're attached. And Craw said that I guess you're wearing both. I say you're just wearing a shacket, because that's a real thing. People didn't understand what a shacket was. They're popular in New England, and so it's different. I completely disagree that a beard is not a mustache. So yeah.
Well, I'm glad we're on the same page on that. Who has the best mustache besides you on the team? Because I got one name in mind.
Scott Alexander. Yeah, by far. And he rocks it all year. So he's committed to the mustache game, and he just has a phenomenal mustache. It's as good as it gets.
It's very Tom Selleck.
Yes, I would agree with that.
Do you have a favorite celebrity mustache thing? Because I got one deep cut that I think is going to surprise you.
Johnny Depp in Pirates of the Caribbean is kind of what I envision this being. Obviously there's a lot of other things that go into it. He's got a little bit of the soul patch. He's got like the long wispy on the end. You just don't know about those guys. They could be psychopaths. They could just be like normal human beings and be really cool. That's what I like about it. You just don't know what's going on in that brain, but I can't wait to hear what you have in mind.
I think it's going to throw you. I like the Johnny Depp, because it's kind of hipster, that look. Yeah. But Ron Burgundy.
Ooh, Ron Burgundy. I'm in on that. Yeah. Classy, just a classy mustache.
Well, I do got to ask, do mustaches run in the family? Is Grandpa Yaz, is he participating? He seems kind of clean cut. I don't see him with the mustache. Very
clean cut. I'll get some cousins that'll hop in every now and then. My brother-in-law was rocking it for a little while. Sometimes you just don't have as much confidence in your mustache ability in the corporate world. In this world, in the baseball world, you're wanting to be a clown. You just want to be having fun, and there's not much seriousness to try and keep everything loose. And in a business setting, it's a little different. You need to be a little more clean cut and proper, and you don't want to be getting those weird looks like you kind of enjoy in the baseball world.
Good point. I've been feeling that a little bit in the outside world.
Yeah.
Well, we got to tell them you got the cool shirt here.
Yep.
So if you go to your social media, it's teaming up with Tiny Turnip, right? And also Heart and Armor for like veterans.
Yeah, so I've gotten to know a lot of people at Heart and Armor lately, and they just do a fantastic job of, really doing their research and proving what they're doing is making a difference, and that really pulled to me. And I've met a lot of these veterans that are unbelievable people and have incredible, crazy journeys that have been helped through Heart and Armor, and that just is really nice because I think that people who have given the ultimate sacrifice, and whether it be their life, a loved one's life, whatever capacity that may be, it doesn't get enough light. And especially on a day like yesterday, Memorial Day, where it doesn't hurt. It doesn't take anything out of your barbecue to take 5-7 minutes to reflect on some of these stories that families have to go through. And when I got to meet with a family yesterday that was incredible, and just talking to them and acknowledging the sacrifice that they've all given means the world to them. So just being able to show those families and members of that community that what they do is truly appreciated.
Yeah, that's great stuff. And I also want to make it known that Paige is with it as well. It's not just you, it's both of you. So it's a cool gesture.
Yeah, well, Paige has really been running most of this. A lot of it goes through her ideas, and she's put a lot of time and effort into this, and she's met with countless families, and she's done brunches and all these things, and she's really dove deep on how to help people who need help and how she can help, because it can be a phone call, it can be a text. You just never know who's struggling on what day, and the veteran community was one way for us to show that these are the strongest and bravest people in the world, and they're reaching out for help, and it has history of success. And so if the strongest, toughest people in the world can be vulnerable and ask for help, then I think we all should be able to.
Great point. Well, one thing I wanted to touch on that I've been noticing all season, I know fans have as well, is the whole blowing of the kisses. And when you guys get hits, and I know you guys get kind of fired up if someone gets a hit and they don't acknowledge the bench, they kind of forget. So how did that start? What's the story behind it?
I don't know how it started. I was brought in on the side when I saw it happen. I think I saw Craw or Jock do it, and I was like, well, we used to do like a belly slap, and all of a sudden Jock was like, we're not doing the belly slap anymore, we're blowing kisses. And I was like, all right, we're blowing kisses. And Sean Manea started leading the pack in the dugout of being very disappointed if guys didn't blow kisses, because he likes to catch them on his forehead. So it's just a fun way to stay entertained and to make something new every day.
Well, I think too, you mentioned Jock. I've noticed, it seems to me you guys have a special handshake maybe. So is there a little bit of a bromance going on, or?
Yeah, I think there's always got to find someone on the team that will bring you out of your shell or out of your funk, or keep things light for you, and it's different for everyone. So Jock for me is kind of he's a guy that can take me from feeling bad to laughing, and if I'm pissed about something or if an at bat doesn't go my way, Jock's just always laughing and having fun, and that reminds me to have fun. So it's nice to have him on the team for sure.
Well, last thing I wanted to know about was that every time I go in the clubhouse, you have that kind of undersized pool table, and there's like some plastic, almost like little stubs that make it harder to get the ball in. So what is that? I noticed guys are really into it.
Yeah, it's called bumper pool. Yeah, and so it's actually a game that I played growing up. I had a cousin that had one in his basement, and so I grew up playing, and Cobb brought it in because there was one in the Orioles clubhouse for a while, and so it's pretty simple game. You just try and make your balls in the other hole before the other guy can, and it gets intense, it gets heated. It's a very competitive thing in that clubhouse.
Awesome. See, a lot of deep questions, mustaches and bumper pool today.
That's it. Mustache and bumper pool, it's all you need in May.
Well, Mike, thanks for coming on. It's fun to make this happen. Can't wait to see this happen as the years go by, and everyone go to your social media and pick up the shirt.
Yeah, perfect. We love it. Thanks, man.